Parliament of the debt-ridden South Asian nation Sri Lanka is set to reconvene tomorrow, and the head of tomorrow's session, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, has appointed 17 new cabinet ministers. The appointment of the new ministers comes amid widespread anti-government protests. 17 cabinet ministers have been appointed for portfolios ranging from power and energy, health, environment to water supply, labour, agriculture and irrigation. The appointments come amid spiralling protests. The biggest change reflected in the list of ministers is the absence of any name from the powerful Rajapaksa dynasty. The Rajapaksa clan faced major dissent from across the board. Remember, the entire Sri Lankan cabinet had resigned in the first week of April. Citizens have taken to the streets of Colombo demanding President Gotabaya Rajapaksa to quit. The new cabinet comes ahead of the proposed no-confidence motion set to be tabled by the opposition when Parliament resumes. Reports also suggest that the group of 41 parliamentarians who decided to remain independent will be seated separately as a group. The decision was reached at a meeting attended by the leaders of the political parties representing those 41 members of the parliament. PHU leader said this decision will be communicated in writing to the Speaker. Another political party, Ceylon Workers Congress, has indicated abstaining from tomorrow's session. Party's General Secretary stated that the roadmap has not been intimated to them by the opposition. And for more insight, WION correspondent Dasuni Athoda has sent us this report from Colombo.
A 17-member concise cabinet was appointed by President Gotabaya Rajapaksa this morning here in Sri Lanka. Now, these appointments come a day before the parliament is set to convene after its New Year break, with a possible no-confidence motion to be tabled in parliament by the opposition, very likely when parliament commences tomorrow. It is also interesting to note that amongst these new cabinet appointments, none of the appointments have been handed over to the Rajapaksa family or its extended family members, which gives us an indication that the president, along with the Gotabaya Rajapaksa-led family, is in fact listening to the calls of the people for the family to step down. However, the public at large also believe that this is not a concrete solution and is a mere shuffling of the deck here in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's political crisis also continues to worsen just as much as its economic crisis. Stay with WION World is one for the very latest. Reporting from Colombo, I'm Dasuni Athoda.
In the face of foreign exchange dearth, Colombo has turned to the International Monetary Fund for a loan. Finance Minister Ali Sabri is headed to Washington to hold talks with the global monetary body. The Sri Lankan delegation will be meeting with the IMF from the 19th of April, and the focus of the 5-day meet will be to secure up to $4 billion loans. As of now, Sri Lanka is incapable of financing even the most essential imports. Last week, the Central Bank of Sri Lanka suspended foreign debt payments and diverted dwindling foreign reserves to importing essentials. Sri Lanka has also announced a 5-day share trading halt. Colombo Stock Exchange officials said that they were under pressure not to reopen to prevent an anticipated collapse of the market. Meanwhile, the protesters on ground remain adamant on demanding President Gotabaya Rajapaksa's removal. Demonstrations have raged across Sri Lanka for weeks. People are angered by the prolonged power cuts and shortage of fuel and medicine. Citizens have camped outside the presidential secretariat for almost a week now. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.